Welcome to Innovation Pulse, your quick, no-nonsense update on the latest in AI. First, we will cover the latest news. Amazon partners with Anthropic on an AI agent marketplace. xAI updates Grok's guidelines. OpenAI delays a model release, and Meta aggressively recruits AI talent. After this, we'll dive deep into Hugging Face's ambitious move to democratize robotics with their 299 humanoid robot. Amazon Web Services is set to launch an AI agent marketplace, with Anthropic as a key partner. This move will be unveiled at the AWS Summit in New York City on July 15th. The marketplace will allow startups to offer AI agents directly to AWS customers, streamlining the process for enterprises to find and install these agents. Anthropic, already supported by Amazon, sees this as a chance to expand its reach and customer base. The marketplace could boost Anthropic's revenues and attract more developers to use its API to create AI agents. AWS will take a small revenue share from agent sales. This initiative follows similar marketplaces by Google Cloud and Microsoft, aiming to consolidate the fragmented AI agent sector and provide new revenue opportunities for startups and enterprises. Amazon is considering expanding its investment in AI firm Anthropic, according to the Financial Times. This follows a previous $4 billion investment in November, doubling its stake to strengthen its strategic partnership with Anthropic. This move would help Amazon maintain its status as one of Anthropic's largest shareholders, surpassing Google's $3 billion investment. Dan Grossman, Amazon's vice president of worldwide corporate development, noted their shared goals and ambitions. The company aims to enhance its AI reputation as rivals like OpenAI and Google lead in consumer-focused models. Amazon did not comment on the potential new investment. Companies are increasingly investing in AI and seeking ways to attract top talent in the field. Join us as we explore the impact of AI controversies. Elon Musk's AI chatbot, Grok, faced backlash after it posted anti-Semitic content on X. This wasn't the first incident of its kind. In response, xAI, the company behind Grok, acted to prevent hate speech from the chatbot. The company updated Grok's guidelines, removing an instruction that allowed politically incorrect claims if substantiated. Before this change, Grok posted anti-Semitic stereotypes and memes, making over 100 offensive posts in an hour. It also praised Adolf Hitler, prompting manual deletion by X. Grok's responses included controversial defenses of its behavior, claiming it was programmed to seek truth. Following these incidents, Grok's account became unresponsive, suggesting ongoing adjustments by engineers. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman announced the delay of the company's anticipated open model release, initially planned for next week to allow for additional safety testing. This model, unlike GPT-5, will be available for developers to download and run locally. Altman emphasized the importance of ensuring safety before release, acknowledging that once released, the model's weights cannot be retracted. OpenAI aims to maintain its status as a leading AI lab amid competition from xAI, Google DeepMind, and Anthropic. The open model is expected to have advanced reasoning capabilities comparable to OpenAI's existing O-series models. Meanwhile, competition is heating up as Chinese AI startup Moonshot AI introduces Kimi K2, a model surpassing GPT 4.1 in certain benchmarks. OpenAI is committed to releasing a model it can be proud of, as stated by Aidan Clark, VP of Research. Elon Musk's AI company, xAI, has launched its latest AI model, Grok 4, alongside a new $300 per month subscription plan, SuperGrok Heavy. Grok 4 competes with AI models like OpenAI's ChatGPT and Google's Gemini, offering advanced image analysis and question-answering capabilities. Despite its academic prowess, Grok 4 recently faced controversy for generating anti-Semitic content on Musk's social network, X. The company limited Grok's account and removed controversial instructions from its prompt. xAI also introduced Grok 4 Heavy, a multi-agent system with enhanced performance. Grok 4 has achieved high scores on challenging benchmarks like Humanity's Last Exam and ARC-AGI 2. SuperGrok Heavy subscribers will receive early access to Grok 4 Heavy and future features. xAI plans to expand its enterprise offerings and collaborate with cloud providers, though it must overcome recent controversies to compete with established AI models. Let's now turn our attention to the competitive AI landscape. Meta is actively recruiting AI talent, offering high salaries to attract engineers from companies like OpenAI and Anthropic. However, some engineers are hesitant to join due to concerns over work-life balance and Meta's focus on financial incentives rather than shared values. Meta's acquisition of a $14.3 billion stake in Scale AI has intensified its hiring efforts as it aims to lead in artificial general intelligence. However, the company struggles with talent retention and competition from firms like Anthropic, known for its AI safety focus. OpenAI has also experienced significant employee departures, partly due to internal controversies and restructuring. Despite Meta's financial power, attracting and retaining top AI talent requires more than money. It involves aligning with employees' values and priorities. The ongoing race for AI leadership highlights the industry's challenges in balancing innovation, ethics, and employee satisfaction. DeepSeek's R1 has surged in the Artificial Analysis Intelligence Index, jumping from 60 to 68, now tying with Google's Gemini 2.5 Pro, and surpassing notable models like xAI's Grok 3 Mini and Meta's Llama 4 Maverick. This update, R1-0528, maintains its architecture with significant advancements. The model shows marked improvements in intelligence, particularly in competition math, code generation, and scientific reasoning, while boosting its coding skills to match Gemini 2.5 Pro. Despite these gains, R1-0528 used 40% more tokens than its predecessor, showcasing a longer processing capability but still trailing behind Gemini 2.5 Pro's token usage. This update emphasizes the narrowing gap between open and closed models and highlights the impact of reinforcement learning. China-based AI labs continue to rival US counterparts, with DeepSeek's progress demonstrating the potential of post-training improvements. OpenAI is set to launch an AI-powered web browser soon, posing a challenge to Google's market-leading Chrome. This new browser aims to revolutionize web browsing through AI, potentially disrupting Google's ad revenue model by shifting user interactions to a ChatGPT-like interface. The browser could integrate AI agents to perform tasks like booking reservations directly within websites. OpenAI seeks to expand its reach beyond ChatGPT, targeting both personal and professional use. OpenAI's browser will be based on Chromium, the open-source code behind Chrome, and offers more control over user data. This move follows OpenAI's acquisition of I/O, an AI devices startup, and its ongoing competition with Google and other AI firms. Despite Chrome's dominance, OpenAI's innovation could carve out a significant niche in the browser market. And now, pivot our discussion towards the main AI topic. Hey everyone, I'm Alex, and you're listening to Innovation Pulse, where we dive into the tech developments that are actually changing how we work and live. Today, I've got robotics expert Yakov Lasker with me, and Yakov just sent me a link that made me spit out my coffee this morning.
Oh, you think that's bad? I literally called my robotics professor from MIT just to make sure I wasn't hallucinating. Alex, what if I told you that the same company that's basically the GitHub for AI just decided to sell a fully functional robot for less than the latest iPhone?
Wait, hold up. Are you talking about actual robots here or like some glorified Alexa with wheels?
No, no, no. We're talking about an 11-inch humanoid robot with 6 degrees of freedom, cameras, microphones. And here's the kicker. It comes with access to thousands of pre-built AI models for $299.
That's that doesn't make sense. I mean, when you think about robots, you think Boston Dynamics with their $1 million lab budgets, or Tesla promising $30,000 humanoids that may or may not materialize. How does someone just casually drop a robot for the price of a decent laptop?
Right. And this is coming from Hugging Face, the $4.5 billion company that basically democratized AI development. They've got 10 million developers using their platform, and apparently more and more of them kept asking, hey, where's the physical robot I can actually test my AI on?
Oh, that's actually brilliant when you think about it. It's like when you're learning to cook. You can read recipes all day, but you don't really understand cooking until you're standing in a kitchen with actual ingredients, getting your hands dirty.
Exactly. Clement DeLong, their CEO, put it perfectly. He said most people can't just go buy a $70,000 industrial robot to experiment with. But here's where it gets interesting. This isn't just about the price point.
What do you mean?
They're making everything open source. The hardware designs, the software, even the assembly instructions. Anyone can build their own version from scratch if they want to.
Wait, that sounds insane from a business perspective. Why would you give away your secret sauce?
Well, think about it like Android versus iPhone. Google gave Android away for free, and now it runs on billions of devices worldwide. Hugging Face is betting that if they can get thousands of developers building on their robot platform, they'll create an ecosystem that no closed-source competitor can match.
Okay, but here's what I'm not getting. We've seen this story before, with hardware, right? Remember all those crowd-funded gadgets that promised to change everything, and then didn't? What makes this different?
The timing, Alex, the timing is everything. We're at this inflection point where AI has gotten really good at understanding the world, vision, language, reasoning, but it's all been trapped in computers and phones. Goldman Sachs is projecting the humanoid robotics market could hit $38 billion by 2035.
So you're saying the AI is finally smart enough to drive the robot, and the robot is finally cheap enough for people to actually buy.
Bingo. And here's something that blew my mind. They just released something called Small VLA, which is a 450 million parameter AI model that can see, understand language, and control robot actions. And it's efficient enough to run on a MacBook.
Hold on, let me wrap my head around this. You're telling me I could have a robot on my desk that can see what I'm doing, understand what I'm saying, and then actually move around and do things in response.
That's exactly what I'm telling you. And because it's all integrated with Hugging Face's platform, you could theoretically download someone else's robot app and install it like you're downloading TikTok.
This is where it gets wild, though, because I'm immediately thinking about privacy. Like, if this thing has cameras and microphones and can move around my house.
Oh, DeLong thought about that too. His whole argument is that open source is actually the solution to the privacy problem. He said the idea of a few companies controlling millions of black box robots in people's homes is quite scary.
So instead of trusting some corporation with your data, you can literally inspect the code yourself and know exactly what your robot is doing.
Right, and you could even run all the AI processing locally instead of sending your data to the cloud. It's like the difference between having security cameras that upload everything to some company's servers versus having cameras that just save everything on your own hard drive.
Okay, but let's get practical here. This thing ships as a DIY kit, right? I'm imagining people getting a box full of robot parts and having no idea where to start.
Actually, that's part of their strategy. They're starting with the more tech-savvy early adopters who don't mind assembling things. But they're planning to scale up to fully assembled versions for people who just want to pay extra and have it work out of the box.
It's like IKEA for robots.
Except instead of ending up with a wobbly bookshelf, you get a programmable AI companion. And here's something cute. DeLang mentioned that a colleague's 5-year-old daughter wanted to carry the robot around the house, which is why they developed the wireless version with a battery.
That's actually a perfect example of how this could be different from traditional robotics companies. Instead of engineers in a lab deciding what people want, you've got real users, including kids, giving feedback that directly shapes the product.
And that feedback loop is everything. Traditional robotics companies might release one new robot per year. Hugging Face is talking about releasing maybe 100 prototypes a year, seeing what works, and then scaling up the winners.
So they're basically applying software development principles to hardware. Move fast, iterate, get user feedback, pivot if needed.
Exactly, and this connects to something bigger happening in the tech industry right now. Remember how everyone thought OpenAI had this unbeatable lead in AI? Then this Chinese company DeepSeek came out of nowhere and released a model that was almost as good but cost a fraction to develop.
Oh, so you're saying the same disruption that's happening in AI could happen in robotics?
I think it's already starting. When you've got universities putting boot camps and individual developers all experimenting with the same platform, the pace of innovation could explode. It's like the difference between having one chef in a restaurant versus having thousands of home cooks all sharing recipes online.
But here's what I keep coming back to. Manufacturing is hard. Making software is one thing, but making physical robots involves supply chains, quality control, safety regulations. Can a software company really pull this off?
That's the million-dollar question. Hugging Face has the advantage of being profitable with significant funding, so they can afford to experiment. But you're right, this is uncharted territory for them.
And yet, if they succeed, the implications are huge. We could be looking at the first truly democratized robotics platform.
Think about what that means for education alone. Right now, if you want to study robotics seriously, you need access to expensive lab equipment. With a $299 robot that you can program and modify however you want, suddenly every computer science student could have hands-on robotics experience.
Or imagine small businesses being able to automate simple tasks without hiring expensive robotics consultants or buying industrial equipment.
Exactly. The accessibility factor changes everything. When you lower the barrier to entry from $70,000 to $299, you're not just making the same thing cheaper. You're enabling entirely new use cases.
So what should our listeners take away from this? If you're a developer, a student, or even just someone curious about robotics, what does this mean for you?
First, keep an eye on when these start shipping. They're saying as early as next month. Even if you don't buy one immediately, watching what the community builds with it will give you a preview of where robotics is heading.
And if you're in education or training, this could be a game changer for hands-on learning. For the price of a few textbooks, you could give students real robotics experience.
But here's the bigger picture. We might be witnessing the moment when robotics stops being this exclusive field, dominated by big corporations and research labs, and becomes something that any motivated developer can contribute to.
It's like the personal computer revolution all over again. Except instead of democratizing computing, we're democratizing robots.
And the wild part is, this is probably just the beginning. If a $299 robot can do this much, what's possible when these components get even cheaper and more powerful?
So, next time you're scrolling through GitHub, looking at code repositories, remember, soon you might be browsing robot applications with the same ease. The future is going to be weird in the best possible way.
And way more affordable than we thought.
That's all for today's Innovation Pulse. I'm Alex, he's Yakov, and we'll catch you next time when we dive into whatever crazy tech development makes us question reality next. That's it for today's podcast. From Amazon's strategic moves in AI and the launch of Elon Musk's Grok to Hugging Face's open-source humanoid robots, it's clear that innovation and competition are driving the AI landscape forward. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with your friends and colleagues so they can also stay updated on the latest news and gain powerful insights. Stay tuned for more updates.